Okay. No, it's probably better for me to go into prep form. I wonder how... Obviously, Transformers was made for, Stop by that. Okay. So Transformers was made from two toy lines, Diaclone and Microman. Transformers was the Western adaptation of the two into a single toy line by another company, Hasbro. So the toys were made based off that, and then Diaclone and Microman would have had their own separate. Actually, I don't know if Microman does, but Diaclone has its own separate storyline with just they're fighting aliens or something. Bug aliens, I think it is. And Transformers has a completely separate story. Okay. I can figure out how I do that mapping thing. I think I'm gonna probably get stuck on Pac-Land for the rest of the shuffler because I don't know how to get through that. Maybe it's worth practicing, I don't know. It's a boss? What is the song? The song sounds really familiar somehow. Like it's an actual club song or something. Or house, I guess that's what I'm picking up. That wasn't too bad. For an R-type boss, it just showed up on screen and I blew it up. That's not...
3, 2, 1, let's go!
That's surprising. I like this gun. I'm gonna stick to this gun until I feel a particular need not to. Me switching to a different one by accident, I guess, is a good reason not to. Whoa. Here things are getting a little exciting. I don't know. I'm not getting into the rhythm of things and super punch out. Yeah, managed to win at least one round in Fatal Fury by way of Andy having a single really good special move. Hopefully this is the turning point. Oh, by the way, there's only I think 4 more games that have not shown up yet. Whoa. If I go like this. Oh, maybe I just need to dodge that thing. It's ridiculous. I think I got up to this far, but I haven't cleared this stage. Just to test if things are the same in the vertical. Usually the way that I've been testing these is just, uh, if I know that there's a different mode of some kind in there, I just check to see if it works in that mode. Otherwise, I'll do usually just the first stage and see if everything works out there. Well, I think the first time I got a force field, but at the same time, this is not a great level to get a force field because it seems like all these flames are going to be instant kills. Oh. Whoa, 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 whoa. This is kind of a Salamander signature, I think, having these like solar flares or whatever, the full torrents of flame on the sun. Although in the original Salamander, like, of course, actually, I guess they showed up in a Gradius II, is what I'm thinking of. It's a ripple laser, right? In the original, they showed up in the horizontal section. What's T? Oh, twin laser. That's new to this game, I think. See, I think I had the force field, but it didn't help me at all. There we go. That guy was just hiding behind me, so I needed to stay fixed so I could hit him from behind. Oh, what? I just turned on retro treatments, right? Yeah, I did. Surprisingly for an NES game, it seems like those spikes on the roof still here. I'm thinking of switching items, just switching mounts just to see if it would cause a shuffle, but oh, this is invincibility, this fairy. So I might as well use it. Frog. We got quite a bit of inertia going on in this game, which is not unusual for like platformers, especially older ones. I think nowadays they're more afraid to give you a lot of inertia. People associate that with bad control if the game actually demands you to learn how to move. So whatever, people have their tastes, right? I always liked the original Mario Brothers a lot. I feel like it feels really good to learn how to run quickly in that game. So I don't have a huge issue with this kind of gameplay. Saying issue in the sense of as a matter of taste, not necessarily I'm really good at it, as seen by me falling down a whole bunch. Oh, what's milk? Is milk his favorite food? Seemed like it added a whole lot of... Maybe I just haven't been looking at the food meter. This is pretty cool. Very vertical level here. Pretty different from the, like, very running-focused stages I had earlier. Nice, I like that level. I haven't gotten anything from the eggs aside from points. I don't know if they do that. Why do you go back? Isn't he going forward to that, like, eggplant? That, like, robbing eggplant thing? Okay, so here's, I guess, something for me to switch later. And I notice he doesn't have a weapon. I have to use the hammers that I have. Those stone axes, I guess they are. That I grab myself. I think. I don't know if you can do this if you don't have a stone axe. But that seems unique to this animal buddy. Yes, Master Higgins or Takahashi Meijin predates Mario in terms of the platformer character with the rideable dinosaur. Yeah, let's try this out. I'm going to store... There, I can switch. Okay, so if I switch between dinosaurs, it seems to work. This also feels like a more complex level. I thought maybe this game was overly simplistic in its level design. I guess it is. It's more simplistic than the likes of Mario or Sonic, but well, definitely Sonic. But let's step it up a little bit. So it's more impressive than I gave it credit for. These bonfires can actually hurt you, by the way. They're like the rocks, they're just obstacles for you to jump over, but I guess you can destroy the rocks, you can't destroy the bonfires for some reason. Which feels wrong. I feel like a bonfire is easier to destroy than a rock. Because this isn't just a pile of sticks that you put on fire. Okay, now are we gonna fight a boss? I've never fought a boss before in this game. That feels like it's gonna fall down that pile of the like raft-looking thing platform. I wonder if boss fights have some special way of working in this game, like if your food meter becomes more of a traditional health meter or something. Okay, so the boss comes after the level. And your thing becomes like an option. That's pretty cool. Whoa. That boss fight wasn't bad, I like that. Platformers generally don't have great boss fights, I feel. So that was kind of interesting. Let me keep... Oh, that would drop some item. I destroyed it over the pits. I guess that's why they set him over a pit. Because that kind of fake out. A reward for people who learn the game and don't attack him. Our boss this time is a hermit crab, I guess. Sorry, I'm just wiping my glasses. I'm getting a little hesitant about the possibility of obstacles. I guess it's been a while since I just saw an egg lying around. But, well, yeah, I was worried about something just jumping out at me, so... I was tapping the... holding down the run button, but only tapping forward, so I wouldn't go full speed ahead. I think I'll be fine. Okay, so this is the fourth to last game, Shuffler, Monster Rancher Explorer. This is the latest and greatest Solomon's Key game. I actually got wondered about that for a while, if the other Solomon's Keys were better, because this happened to be the first one I played, so I thought maybe I just favored that. But after looking around, I do feel like it's more advanced than other Solomon's Keys in some ways, or more feature-rich, I should say. But it's also a Monster Rancher game, and specifically, it's a spin-off of Monster Rancher Battle Card. So it's the spin-off of the spin-off of, which is a sequel to another game, which is really weird. I can't think of another game that applies to. But I'm just seeing if there's a demo sequence. I don't think there is. Uh, yeah, it feels like the Monster Rancher brand would have been tacked on for the Western release, but as far as I know, it's not called Monster Rancher in the Japanese release. But even if you look at the cover, you see Suezo hair, um, Tiger, Galley. I don't know if Mochi was there, but you see a bunch of monsters from the first game or two. This is something that I don't think a lot of the other Solomon games have, letting you edit a stage. Um, I guess they wanted to make it feel like more RPG-ish with the framing, um, but it's just classic Solomon key gameplay. Uh, an interesting note about this one is the size of the screen. So Solomon's Key, was originally made for the arcade. The screen was a heck of a lot bigger than the Game Boy. So there was a previous Solomon Key version by the same developer, Solomon's Club, and the way Solomon's Club did it is uh, they have these smaller Game Boy sized maps, which this game does. You saw the first one was the size of the screen. This is the size of the arcade screen. You can't fit this whole map in the Game Boy, but on the arcade, with the same like grid count, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and however long it extends to for the full map, um, you would be able to fit that in the arcade screen. So this has both. Basically, all the Solomon's Key games do reuse maps, but this one reuses both the like modified ones or new ones from Solomon's Key, as well as ones from the arcade, as well as I'm pretty sure it has its new maps. And it's got some of the tech. You can see you can hover a little bit by creating a block. That's the same in other Solomon's Key games. Here, these ghosts, they bounce up and down and break a block if they hit it. So I can create another block to spend them a little bit. But I gotta keep moving. You have that fireball attack, but it's very limited. You have to find it. I think you can carry it between levels. But that requires you to be playing through one session. One complaint I have about this game is that there's no stage select, and it really feels like there should be. Because the other gimmick, the way that Monster Rancher fits in, is that this one's kind of a weird one. Turns into a pumpkin, gotta run. After the pumpkin breaks, but that would have killed me if it hit me. I don't think the 5 matters. I don't even know if the 10 matters. But you have bosses in this every set amount of stages, and I think this is the only official Solomon's Key that has boss fights. They're okay. They're nothing necessarily to write home about, but they are a nice, break. I'm making the game look easy now, but it ramps up extremely towards the end. I'm very confident that I'm not going to be finishing this one over the course of the shuffler. Not just because it showed up so late, but because it's really hard. This, I think, is like the first stage or two in Solomon's Key NES. So you can see, like, this is what I mean. A lot of these stages are reused from previous games. These monsters, this one's a Duckin. That one's a Joker. A lot of them are they're monsters from Monster Rancher, which are repurposed as the monsters from Solomon's Key with the same behavior from that series. So this guy, I think it's the guy we're playing at, is named Cox. He appears. This is a prequel to Monster Rancher Battle Card. So in that one, you see him where he's already a famous explorer. And he's just kind of a guy who lives in your town. And actually, I think you have to find him first because he got lost in the dungeon or something. And then he maybe gets lost in the other dungeons and he gives you something for finding him, something like that. But he ends up being the main character here. See, this is the standard way of killing enemies in this game, is fall damage. It varies though. Not every enemy can be killed. Not every enemy can be killed in that manner. So you kind of have to know how all the enemies behave. Is this a boss fight or is it on floor 20? It might be after floor 10. It might be after the floor is done, rather. Okay. So I'm going to try to trap these things so that they can't bother me anymore. But let's also get these out of the way. Yeah, here we go. This is the first boss fight. This is the hybrid, I guess, of... Okay, so you have 3 health in these boss fights, as opposed to normally we don't have health. We're already showing a new game. So there's 2 more games remaining after this. This is Violent Storm by Konami, the beat 'em up game. For some reason, this one takes a long while to load up, so I was actually hitting speed up right there. Um, this is more like Final Fight than a lot of their older beat 'em ups. Um, the style here is kind of ridiculous. I think it's supposed to be comedic, like a jokey Fist of the North Star. It's weird. Like this guy looked a lot like blonde Kenshiro. I guess the uppercut and like back attack are the gimmick. Oh, and this never leaves a shoulder charge. I should probably have more moves than I usually do. Okay, it doesn't look like it's coupled in the demo. That's good. No, keep watching, I guess, for a little bit. Be sure. I guess they're just showing different people's moves. This is a Zanky. Still, he doesn't look any bigger than the rest of the cast, honestly. Not Zanky, it's the Mike Hager. Oh, Boris. I thought I was looking at the name on the top left, and I thought his name was Boris. Does he have a butt attack? And his moves are goofy as hell. And the entire like game has these vocal like surfer themes. Okay, maybe now, because now it looks more like a. It's something about the way Konami shades their games, their arcade games. It's not quite pillow shading. It's kind of pastel. I'll just pick Wade. I don't really know how to do that dash move. I noticed that they drop their fighting stance when there's no enemy immediately available to attack. That's interesting. This one, I guess, covered in the intro. I think it's, I'm pretty sure I said before, this one's nakedly a Contra game, and I think that's especially evident here in its first stage, which feels a lot like the first stage of Contra 3, with these, the enemies attacking you from the platforms, the vehicles that you find in a bit. I think we can mass reduce those. I don't think it's a big problem for us. It has some beam attacks. I actually thought that it's harder to fight than I made it look. It's just that for whatever reason, it happened to not use them this time. even this vehicle, isn't this very similar to what you get in Contra 3? But you don't get to use it much because you hit this wall. This isn't nearly as hard as Contra though, so I don't feel like as emotionally it's not as like how do you say, like exciting a moment to get a new weapon, because I don't feel like it's as game changing as getting a new weapon in Contra. One thing is that the team doesn't do diagonal shots as well. This one. I think that maybe this game showed up in the first section and I beat this boss. Let's see if I can do better this time though. Because I think I did shuffle on him. And he's not that strong. Okay. Not bad. Whereas the Psycho Salamander, I think, is very much based off of the first Gundam. I think this one... Did I power up by getting the same weapon twice? I don't know. This one, I think, has some Zeta in it. So, besides, like, the big Zam we were running into, like, VM2s, which are, you know, Fetty suits. But, you know, the Aoud fights the Federation. So, it's not just Zeon that we're dealing with. Okay. So this thing's raining spikes down on us. What we gotta do is... Well, this is a very easy boss fight. Other ones are more involving. I feel like outside of the main gameplay, which is trying to be simple to match with Solomon's Key, the visuals are really nice in this game. Like the close-ups of the boss, the guy you're fighting as a boss there. That's not right. Uh, uh, Monster Rancher score shuffles after boss fight. You know why that probably is? Is the intro movie. That was probably because when we no longer had health, they put our health down to 1. Like when the health system was no longer relevant, we were no longer in a boss fight. That's my suspicion. This first Bonk, I feel, is kind of raw. Like, it's cute and all, I don't think it plays that well yet. Although the elements here don't get changed that much. Excuse me, in terms of like basic gameplay. So I was not aware of this, but you see the moon up there when you get launched really high. You can see the moon. So that does become irrelevant, but apparently the idea is that the moon actually does get a little bit closer to the Earth. You know, every year, well, technically constantly, I guess, but the at a very low rates. So the idea is this takes place millions of years ago or whatnot. So at that point, the moon would be visibly closer. You see, like when we're walking over those like steps, it slows us to a stop. So it's hard to get good use of uh, this invincibility because it doesn't last very long, and we lose our momentum. I've beaten this game a few times until I know the ropes. Yoshi Safari would later do this, but I think this predates that, right? The level where you go inside the monster. Although I think that's for a boss fight. Oh, let's switch. Might as well. I haven't really been switching. I'm not even sure if I've had the opportunity to switch characters in games yet. It's a cool theme. Sneaky. Seemed like it was a secret, but it's just an enemy. If you bonk against a wall, then you jump like that. But the wall has to be pretty narrow. It wasn't even because you can climb. It wasn't even really worth it there. To work more traditionally in this game. In the original Bonk's Adventure, I think those just gave you points, and uh, they were tallied up at the end of the stage. I really feel like I had to do something more with Sim City, but I don't know what I would do. Oh, here we got Natural Slug. I don't know what the baby's there for. I think the Metal Slug just likes to have a bunch of little silly cosmetic things. we have to get up to the hostage before they give us their treasure. Well, the thing shoots, I think, so far that I can't dodge it in the slug. Oh, yes, I can. It's not as bad as I thought it was. That other guy just run away. Okay. So this one you see it's launching missiles to the left and right as well as dropping shots down. This is, I think, the first boss in the game, so it's still manageable at this point. Rumi Aikawa is, I mean, I guess you could see the picture. She's the lady with the big backpack who, sometimes shows up during levels.
Start. Thank you. Laser gun.
Oh, I didn't get to rescue that guy up there. Oh, these aren't enemies. Maybe the bats are. Okay, here's where we first get undead in the series.
Thank you.
Oh, I thought maybe I could go inside.
Thank you. Iron Lizard.
This is a weird one. I don't know what this weapon is supposed to be. Also, if you're going with the ancient Egyptian theme, wouldn't cats be more appropriate? They're famously cat people. So, I managed to avoid it so far. I don't know if it's something that I want to deal with directly. Like if I want to implement it in any special way. But there's a thing in Metal Slug, starting with this game, where certain enemies, especially the undead ones, will transform. Instead of directly killing you, they'll transform you first and make you more vulnerable to damage. So the undead will typically transform you into an undead. The mummies will transform you into a mummy. I don't know if this game or later games have it, but there's zombies, and they'll transform you accordingly into zombies. I think those things with the vials, those like purple urns, would also cause that to happen. I was hoping that I would melee it if I jumped towards it. I think I'd run out of wing. I feel like I'm making excuses here. Okay. Let me milk her power up a little bit. So with the Starigama, I wasn't able to do it. I always have difficulty performing this. I forget exactly the input for it, but you can throw it out and then swing it around so you hit most of the screen. It's a little slow though, is the disadvantage. I didn't really have a good idea of what I was doing there. Okay, let's see if we can at least get one. Alright, we won one round. That's nice. The Smash for the 64 is, I feel like, very punchy. Like, one move feels very decisive, leads to combos. So it's always been the best feeling Smash for, even over Melee. I know Melee's the one with the big, like, eternal community, but I always felt like it was a step down in terms of how it felt. This thing is going to bounce back and forth, so it's going to clear out a lot of enemies for me. Usually you have specific moves with good knockback. That up jumping up kick is very good for Bonk. And so those are the ones that will knock out these guys. You gotta find one of those moves and hit them with it. It's gonna be a little tough. Because he can, well, he's fast and he can shoot. So he's gonna be shuffling me a whole bunch. Just whenever he feels like. I wasn't sure where I wanted to move. Okay, this one's a little trickier. Maybe I can move this down here. So the thing is that I can't, I can attack these things to squash them down, but that doesn't even, I think, make them easier to jump over. I think that's just kind of a little visual trick. I don't think there's anything special I can do here. There must be some secrets that I can find and I'm not getting because that level seems a little too simple. Oh, I needed that. Oh, it's not a good idea. Letting them loose, I think, is a... Ah! I want to let them loose so I had more room to dodge around them. But then it's a risk because takes more effort to manage. It's very easy to forget your buttons in the shuffler, I realize. Oh, I have a water guy? Why do I have a water guy here? No, that's like it's underwater. So. Yeah, let's get him. I'm guessing those things do damage. But my axes don't seem like they even hit them. So These spikes actually damage you for once. Ah, that was the intro movie. I feel like this is based on Ultra Beast because you have those thieves, which I feel like is a very Sega thing. Usually you would see like a 5-pointed star or a 6-pointed star as the summoning circle, but this one they went with an 8-pointed. I wonder if they figured like that would be less offensive to everybody. So what happened here that I forgot about is those little octopodes. I think that's the technically correct plural, by the way, octopodes, because octopi misattributes it to Greek instead of Romans or Latin or something. Um, but yeah, so those grab onto you and then they do damage later. And so I let it grab me and then I forgot how to detach it. I don't know if you can maybe if you just attack wildly you'll detach it. I don't know. Oh. I want whatever power up that is. This is my favorite. This one is like a thief bonk. He has a special move where he throws a smiley face. Oh, but you get 2 smiley faces with him. So maybe it's worth it. Should take us to a bonus stage. Uh, I want to stop it on Baby Bonk, but I don't know. Oh, it's which power up you want to get, or which power up is good for the next bonus area. Do I have to clear all of these? Seems like a hard one. Oh, 1 tricky. I just want to show off what his special move does. I'm sure it's more useful than uh actually, especially because I have infinite lives. It's not really a cost that I need to care about. But I don't know, it feels bad using it. Okay, so I guess it's kind of interesting that they Hudson then later got bought out by Konami, who has Goemon, who also is the thief with a move that lets him throw money at people. What's this thing? There's a box up there somewhere. I haven't fought any of the bosses in this game. Oh, so are those items that I picked up during the stage that lower its health? Is that what happens? Okay, let's shuffle. Form power up lost during boss fight. Maybe that's something. Doesn't shuffle on power up lost during boss fight. What's that do? Oh, it's make this thing fall down, right? Also, love interest is a dinosaur, by the way. They make her look more human in the GameCube remake of the first Bonk, but in the first game, she's like a Brachiosaurus. I was hoping I could bounce off that. I'm doing really bad in Spider-Man. I'm also doing really bad in Wario Land 3. What I gotta do is... After this, there's gonna be the lava pit. And the thing that's getting me is that the lava pit is an instant kill. And so I can't let anything knock me into that pit. So when this swamp person comes over here and I can traverse it, I need to make sure that I stay aboard. Which requires, I think I'm going to have to jump on this. Yeah, so not so much there, because I've avoided that before, but here. Yeah, there we go. It'd be nice to get that, but it's not worth the tempo shuffle. Yeah, this is dead. To break these faster. That's gonna help save me here. That didn't catch up with me. And now that there's this in the way, no longer have to deal with that at all. Now he's just acting like a regular Thwomp, I guess. I was wondering if, because it seems like it's a coin gate, but it was never closed. I feel like gambling in this game. I think I wanted to play this retro achievements, but for some reason it has some bug or something uh, that makes it harder for them to track the achievements, something like that. So they require a ROM hack of it, which at the time I wasn't really aware how it worked. Now I know that the website itself provides them, so maybe I could still do it later. I was unusually, traditionally Mario. Well, what's going on here? That's a checkpoint, right? That must be what it is. Yeah, I'll try this. What's that do? Must be like a switch. Oh, there are blocks around this, right? I think maybe it's like the switch top in Super Mario World. Quick balances, but I don't know. Oh, it's the Koopa Troopas going on. My jump felt a little bit too laggy for what I was trying to do. Here, coming up here is something that we also have to deal with. So, there's a little cutscene here where you get killed by this guy, and it actually does lower your health. So I had to make sure that it doesn't shuffle several times here while you can't do anything. Which ended up not being the hardest part of trying to implement this. I'm still having issues elsewhere. So, again, this game is a Hindu theme. So, uh, I believe the old man here would be Grama or Rama. And then the guy called Sky is Garuda, which is the legendary bird. That's who we're playing as. And then the multiple armed, I forget if they gave him a different name. He would have been Hatura, and finally you have Ravana, who is the ultimate boss, who's a monster from the Ramayana. I mean, if it's Ramayana, I guess then it would make sense for the old name to be Rama. So this game has kind of a weird like level up system for health, where after you kill enemies, they drop a bullet, and then the bullets become your health after that. I didn't even land on the frame. You gotta just keep at it, I guess. Some perfect cheat. I'm shocked at how well Smite did, not at these stages of Pepsi Man. This is the easy part. But at the subsequent stage, instead of having boss fights, what happens in Pepsi Man is that, excuse me, this, you end up every stage getting chased by something. In this case, it's this giant decorative Pepsi can. And then you gotta dodge these things on the street. The Crash Bandicoot likes doing these too. But it's very difficult because you can't see what's ahead of you. Oh, I should put some grades on Violent Storm too. My favorite beat 'em up does. Okay. So R is for the non-lethal weapons, which I should be using on dinosaurs. There, I switched to lethal. And even that bug counts as the dinosaur, so I'm not allowed to kill it. Either that or the other way around. Maybe I'm not allowed to kill humans. I'm trying to use the shield, but I didn't press the button in time. And I apologize. I assume that you're not going to be able to see this because it's had such bad encoder issues so far. Oh. Maybe the sword. That's the sword. So there are other button combinations that do that. Yeah, I can do it like this too. 3 speed. Feels like it would be a very short game. Just going by the numbering. I feel like the arcade version of Wolfbang here has better music on the first level. Which I assumed that I would be able to play if I had set it to arcade sound, but I didn't.
Genjin ブロックに被弾した。高度を下げて海上に着水させる。上部デッキの装甲騎兵は直ちに格納庫に戻り、ショックに備えろ。
Basically just telling us to get into the upper deck or something, I think.
シドニーに敵前線部隊が展開しているようだ。直ちに進行し、敵前線部隊を撃破、突破せよ。
支援用ウェポンはキャリアで射出します。回収して使用してください。
ミッション2強襲
All of these real robot style series tend to use a lot of like military sounding words as part of their aesthetic. Been doing that since Gundam. Okay. So I'm like actually going to the right though. I don't trust this. I messed up flying before. Oh, there's a big spike there. No, can't grab that. It's probably just an extra life anyway. The next side's gonna be hard too. But it's warp star taking. Oh, it takes me to a different area. Okay. Who was I at? I got a Wispy, right? Let's go to Poppy Brothers. That was the start. That one I usually dodge to the left because the attack looks like it's going from the right, but you have to dodge to the right. Again, that adjustment, you get to... I was expecting the jump button to be on the bottom, but this time for me it's on the top. Right. Did I not... I feel like I didn't have to respawn here. Maybe it shuffles right after you respawn. Possible. I think this boss looks very different in the Super Nintendo. Or the NES, rather. Like he's got the big face. Don't let him gonna get anything done in sport. I think those
Flame shot.
like glowing potions are uh those will heal you if you get mummified.
Okay.
Oh, we can switch people. Getting stuck here for some reason, was I? Oh, I guess I managed to unstick myself out one way or the other. That bone knocked me down. This car's stopping. Can compensate for it. That's a good rapid fire shot. Haven't really gotten going on Guardian Legends yet. Looks like they stopped shooting when they're close to the bottom. I think there's a ton of levels in this game. At least when I was testing, I ended up finding a whole bunch for some reason. I forget why I was testing that far. I think I was trying to unlock to see if Cardinal Spin was unlockable in this version. Oh no, it's not smart. Just walked right into that one. So now I just gotta shoot in here. I must have got all the jelly beans. Oh no, I didn't get all the jelly beans because I need to get that thing to get the jelly bean. But Kirby's happy anyway. So now it looks like we'll be fighting Krako. This area will be a little trickier because we got fights on the side. We got a fair amount of star blocks though. I think I did a good job so far. Only missing one. Now, if I know anything about Krako, and I've fought my fair share of the Krakos, let me tell you what. Yeah, so he transforms from Krako Jr. to full-fledged Krako. Whoa! He actually stops your paddle. That was weird. Get caught here. The physics on this area seem a little wonky. Seems like the top and the top bar doesn't extend all the way. Okay, that wasn't so bad. But yeah, traditionally you fight Krako Jr. and then you fight he turns into full-fledged Krako. We're very close to the end of this game, aren't we? Like in the last quarter, last third. we only have half an hour left, so unless I do really well, I don't think we'll clear it today. But I'm feeling, every time I see it, I feel a little bit better that this is going to be the one that I clear. We got at least one done. There's 3 left. Maybe 4 if the last one isn't a normal stage or something. Or isn't in that ring of stages. You really get a good look. What does fire do? Okay, so it's like... Oh, that's stupid of me. It's like stone, but if it goes up instead of down. I don't have a shot anymore. Oh. They're coming at me from both directions now. Okay. Okay, good. They give me the shot even if I don't have one. Oh. When I shoot him, he turns around. Tries to attack me. Got him. What's it? I like the music in that game. It's very jovial. The guy dodging. It's hard for me to pin down that last one. Very close on Gyrus too, I think. Getting there at least. I like those enemies. These ones kind of feel like they're an enemy tip. But now this game's starting to get a little aggressive. Feels better to be dodging this stuff. Feels like it takes more energy. Mars feels like a place that's gonna have a fun boss. But I don't actually remember which boss goes where. It's the... Oh, no, it's just a regular one. Oh. Let's take out these 4 sides first, so he's not blocking our shot. Oh, close. I don't like how close I am to the damage on this thing. Let me take out this thing next. Put one down. Now we're in a very safe position. Okay. Mars wasn't anything special after all. On Earth, we're going to be facing, I assume, what was the original final boss of the game. In the arcade version. I'm not 100% sure. But as far as I know, the arcade version has ends early, and I think Earth was it. Earth, Venus, Mercury, and then the Sun. Let's forget this. Is Mercury is Venus one of those planets that its exact placement in the solar system order actually varies? Like it's sometimes closer than Mercury, closer to the Sun than Mercury. This enemy is a little tricky. This one, when it rolls up, it blocks your shots, and then when it shoots, it unfolds. But it only unfolds for a second. Thankfully, it doesn't have that much health. It's not actually that strong. So I've been focusing on it, just instinctively focusing on it last. Clearing the other things out seems like it's easier. Kind of shuffling a little bit. Shimmying 0. Oh. Ah. Got overwhelmed. Ah, 0 fighters. This one wasn't too bad. We just got caught off guard, I think. Due to the shuffler, I'm not playing full, or rather due to streaming, I'm not playing full screen, which makes it a little bit worse. Or trying to see where things are. Pull up the Statue of Liberty, if you can. Just getting a little political there. Okay, we got a nice looking shot here. Oh, did our gun weaken by itself? What happened here? Wasn't I shooting like a V-shaped shot? Yeah, I'm shooting this. Why'd you run out? Have limited ammo? Yeah, I'm down to back down to this. Oops. I think I lost health and I fell in the hole immediately after because which I shuffled at a bad time. Okay. I can't jump in this game, can I? So I just kind of have to deal with stuff being in that area above me. I can't actually go up there. Okay, here I can hold the button. I don't have to mash. So if I'm crouching, then it slows me down.
Thank you.
Okay.
Okay, this should be our first boss fights.
Heavy machine gun. Thank you. Thank you.
This area, getting better weapons is tricky because it's auto scrolling and the boss is so large. Oh, does that automatically mash the button for you? I think in the I think you get this game earlier or this level earlier in the like first session, but then it took a while for it to show up again, and I kept shuffling. Okay. Oh, I keep the filing cases on my phone. Nice. Taking a lot of damage though. I think it seems like in this, food is just points. Huh? I thought that's why the heart was separate, but now it looks like the heart isn't healing me either. Unless the blue isn't actually the blue health isn't actually damage. Okay, I'm sticking to the same plan. I think it's a good plan. Oh, I got this guy trapped, and then I don't think the key's over there. But if I put a block here, now all those, I don't know what they are. The rhinoceros things are stuck in there and can't threaten me anymore. But this plant, I need to get him. Those fireballs in the top right of the screen are me having a fireball attack stocked up. I want to say these guys are invincible. That looks like it was an extra potential fireball. Like, not an actual fireball, just if I get a fireball later. Yeah. This is really getting tricky. See if Bizhawk. Oh. No, timing wasn't good. I was hoping that he would kill the enemy for me. That's probably the exact same thing that happened to me last time. Okay. Now hopefully, if they destroy a unit, I'll shuffle again without taking a turn. With the way the shuffle is designed right now is demanding that I play really well. See if this thing can fire. Nope. Yeah, I can win this one. So I want to block off potential of enemy attacks. So I'm going to send this guy in here. If I put the scout in here, that'll plug that hole. Enemies would have to come through, at the very least, a mountain, but they'd have to go through this to get through the road. I don't want him to, that feels redundant. I think from playing through this map before, there's a boat somewhere here that I can't see. Actually, he needs that APC. So I'll send him in anyway, because she does a lot of damage. But he's kind of vulnerable to whatever, like, rockets or whatever here. And it's not really bugging anyone. People will just go right around that tank. But that's basically all I can do. I don't need the APC to get in harm's way, so I'll put it there. Shooting giant evil eyeballs does feel very arclight stuff. There we go. Got my weapon of choice back. Oh, I didn't realize that was in that. Oh, that was a fluke. So I struggled with this a while, but I think if you hold, if you don't switch directions, like you just hold right, then you tend to land on the top. We haven't gotten to the boss of this stage yet, have we? Oh, there's still someone to rescue. If we're behind them, then I think we can rescue them basically for free. Like if we're behind them, we don't have to worry about the fact they're a human shield because we can just hit the guy behind. Those orc enemies are a lot stronger. So I want to be a little cautious and use my super move, keep my super move to those. There's also even stronger variants. That's less of an issue here. Not too early. No, no, I'm not. That's really I'm opening that one. Looking for one. It's locking. It locks you out of shooting when you've just blown something up. So just answer the question. Up 5. So I'm getting very worried because the enemy has free range to shoot me. 7. F is, I guess, fuel timing. Uh, I can't block it once it's shot. And I'm not going to remember that I need to answer a 9. The Nazca Corporation is like super good at these gigantic boss fights. Like highly detailed boss fights. I feel the urge to play cautiously because I've been doing very poorly. At the same time, I've just gotten a level up, so I feel like that should be a sign not to play consciously because my health is increasing. Using a lot. Just have to. You're not invincible when you do a dodge roll in this, if memory serves. And you can see there that fairy, even when it's just standing there, it does harm enemies. The game eventually gets much more demanding, but it's not that bad right now, so I'm doing, I think, pretty poorly. You can see my fists getting a little red there, and when they're red, uh, when your fists take enough damage, you can't block attacks anymore. And I don't know what you do to compensate for that. That's my problem with this game. I suspect there's a way around it, something that you can do, but I just personally don't know what it is. I'm just not very good at this game. I got 2 achievements because one was one was leveling, or one was beating the level, one was getting a PKO. There's some sort of a stat increase system, so I was thinking of saving it, exiting, so I can do that, but I actually haven't tried that yet. Maybe after this guy, if I can beat him. Oh, that was close to a KO. Oh, didn't come out fast enough. Ooh, that wasn't bad. Good either. Yeah, see this rocket. I did manage to survive though. Oh, so maybe not with this artillery. That'll be a couple. They're throwing off fog of war. And because they're hiding inside those dark areas. I can't shoot backwards and run forwards at the same time. It makes it a tricky fight. So that enemy chaser that one of the soldiers stopped before would have been really great if I had been able to pick it up. But it was in a super bad position. Changing to faster shots now. Yeah, it seems like it's just outright switching. Whoa. Front enemy too fast. Need to compensate. I think doing the high jump there is a mistake. It's coming out too slow. Okay, I managed to recover all the treasures at least. Okay. I wonder if that permanently takes him out of action. You normally can't do that in this game. Okay. What do I do there? Fuck. I think I managed to sneak through those machine gun shots. Oh, I've taken so long to get through here that the elevator started moving. So, might as well tell you what's going on Wolverine Adamantium Raid. You have to kill X amount of enemies before you leave the stage. So you would have seen there's left 15 on the corner of the screen. That's how many enemies you have left to kill. They respawn infinitely. It only counts the first time you kill it. Oh, didn't even see that enemy. Nope. I was close. I was ignoring that shot. It's like seeking dragon thing. Let me see if I can head upwards and blast it. I think he's reading these jumps. Oh, there's my timer. So we're about done for the day. We got this boss fight to go. So on the next shuffle, we'll try. On the next shuffle, we'll get ready to move on. That like goofy mural at the back. That's that actually is a character in this. The villain's possibly evil kangaroo. Okay, we got it. So we'll be starting again at Bucky O'Hare. Let's see who's online and possibly raid them.